we're continuing our wide receiver conversation. Earlier this morning, I spoke with Gunnar Romney on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline. And, of course, I had to lead off with a comment about his hair, which looks like it's in mid-season form.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. It's an early morning. Just hopped out the shower. Feeling good. Got the day going.
I love it. Listen, we try not to have bias here, although we have, BYU bias. We work for BYU. But I always say my Mormon colonies guys, the Romneys, those are my guys. So I mentioned on the show that my mom said, hey, your great-grandma was best friend with the Romneys' great-grandma. I don't know all the connections, but I feel like we should hang out more. Is that a fair assessment?
I think we need to go on a lunch date or something like that, man. Plan something out just to get to know each other a little better, because it seems like our families are pretty tight, so we need to do something like that.
They are, but you're not as tight, as, of course, you and your brother, Baylor, the first brother-to-brother TD in BYU history. We're looking forward to the season a lot, and let's dive into a bunch of topics, but how many more of those are we going to see? Because if Baylor plays, I'm sure he's going to throw to you again, right?
Yeah. I mean, the quarterback situation right now, we don't really know who's going to play and who's going to be the guy. But whoever it is, if it's Baylor, then I'm hoping you'll see a lot more TDs this year. It'll be a good time.
Do you look back at that and think how crazy that was? Because for him to, just come to BYU and walk on has been awesome, right? Let alone to start games. And you could argue that the biggest win of 2019 was beating Boise State with your brother at the helm.
Yeah, I mean, things don't really hit you in the moment like that. But when you're looking back at it, you kind of realize how cool of an experience that was and how cool of a moment that actually was to enjoy. And so I'm really glad Baylor, he actually made the decision to come to BYU, because I know it was kind of a hard decision for him to do that. But just the fact that everything worked out the way it did, it's really cool.
Now, is he or you even the best athlete around here? Because Baylor's wife Elise is elite with the track team. We've had her in studio. She's a legit athlete. So I have that question. What do you think?
I mean, that's a topic that gets debated a lot in our family, and it gets pretty heated sometimes. I mean, Elise, she holds the school record for pole vault. Our younger brother, who just signed with BYU too, he's a freak athlete as well. And then our younger sister, she honestly might be the most athletic in the family. She runs track and stuff, but I mean, we don't really know. I mean, only time will tell, I guess.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we're really looking forward to Tate getting to BYU at some point. I have a son named Tate, by the way, so there's another connection. I'm already a fan of your brother.
That's awesome.
Tell us about Tate, and he's a linebacker, kind of, I guess, different. He's on the other side of the ball, right? And where is he going on his mission again first?
Yeah, so Tate actually left on his mission today. We had a farewell thing last night, said goodbye to him last night, so that's pretty cool. But he's assigned to go to Argentina, but, with the whole COVID thing, he might get reassigned after the MTC, so we'll see what happens.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, Tate, he's a safety / linebacker, so he plays on the defensive side of the ball. And he's the type of guy that will sell his body for the play. Just a ruthless defender, just wants to kill you on the field. Nicest guy off the field, but on the field, you do not want to go against him.
Do you guys have a similar personality that way? Because you guys seem like really chill, yet very focused and driven, right? Is he a little different from you guys, or very similar?
No. So me and both of my brothers, we all kind of have similar personality, just kind of quiet, more laid back off the field, but on the field, it kind of changes a little bit.
Where do you get that from, mom or dad? Because I know your dad played. I believe your dad played at the Juarez State Academy, and, of course, basketball. I think he plays professionally. And then I heard he played football as well down there.
Yeah, so he played basketball most of his life, but he did play football in high school. But honestly, that personality really just comes from nowhere, because both of our parents are pretty outgoing and pretty social and talkative, but none of us are. So I don't know where we get that from.
Let's talk about sort of your journey to BYU, and then we'll get into what's going on here in the offseason. But so obviously we've talked about the Mormon colonies, Colonia Juarez and Dublin and Casas Grandes, right? Pioneers come west, they go to Mexico, and they essentially farm, right? And so your family has ties down there. My family has ties down there. Walk us through the kind of journey of where you were born and then kind of where you move and how you end up in Chandler, Arizona.
Yeah, so my family has been down in the Mormon colonies for generations. So my dad was born down there. My grandpa was born down there. And so it's kind of the same thing. My dad moved out here to go to college, went to college in Arizona, and then kind of moved back down there to join the family business and became a farmer. So that's where I was born, was when my family was living down there. lived down there for many years. I went to elementary school down there, and it wasn't until I was 12 or 13 years old when we actually moved to the U.S. We moved to El Paso, Texas. That's where Baylor finished his high school career. And then as soon as Baylor graduated, we moved over to Arizona, where I finished my high school career for my junior and senior year. So it was a really cool experience growing up like that. I mean, it's a pretty unique thing to be able to grow up in a different country and then move to the U.S. and still experience all that stuff. So it was really cool.
And I assumed you guys moved to El Paso for athletics because you're not getting recruited as a college athlete out of the Mormon colonies. It's just a little tougher down there, right?
Yeah. So it was. I really credit my parents to this. They made a huge sacrifice. My dad would commute to work every single day because he still works in Mexico. But yeah, so there's not a lot of organized sports or organized clubs or activities going on down in Mexico for us to be able to reach our true potential in anything. So they made the sacrifice for us to go to Texas, and that's where we really got into sports pretty heavily. I mean, we played it here and then, but like I said, there's no organized stuff in Mexico. So just to be able to get that opportunity in El Paso was huge for us to be able to grow and develop.
Hey, but JSA all the way, right? That's how it goes.
Yep.
Okay, BYU plays at Arizona State this year. How many Romneys are going to show up to that one?
That one, it's going to be a packed stadium. Probably half of them will be Romneys. I'm not going to lie. It's the family. Our family's pretty loyal when it comes to coming to games and supporting, and so we have a huge support system, and most of them are in Arizona still. So it's going to be hard to find all them tickets.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. You're going to be asked for a lot of those. Let's talk about how the offseason's going for you. What are you working on? What are you up to?
Yeah, so we're doing voluntary workouts right now for football, but I mean that's not enough. We always talk about how doing the minimum isn't going to get you anywhere because everybody else in the country is doing those same workouts. So we do those, and we all get together and we do more one-on-ones. We do more individual drills. We do more lifting. We do more conditioning. So it's pretty much an all-day affair, just working out and stuff all day, every day. I mean, it's a grind, and you have to sacrifice your summer, but it's worth it in the end. It pays off.
Let's talk about this receivers group because last year was a senior heavy group, specifically among the receivers. Matt Bushman as a tight end is, I guess, a separate conversation. But Micah Simon and Talon Shumway and Aleva Hifo, they were the top three in catches and yards. And then you are the leading returning guy. Do you feel positive pressure to step up and perhaps lead the team in catches and yards potentially?
Yeah, I really do. It's a great opportunity to be able to step up and fill the shoes that those dudes left. I mean, me and then Dax Milne returning, two guys that we have experience. And so I think we're both really excited to get in there and see what we can do. But we also have a lot of younger guys, a lot of younger talent coming up that'll be able to help us out. So I'm actually really excited. It's a pretty inexperienced group, but at the same time, it's a really talented group. So it'll be fun to see.
And that's the fun part about this. The expectations are, up in the air because we're excited to see you and Dax and some of these others that you mentioned that I want to dive into here in a second. But we just don't know, which is exciting. Also a little scary perhaps, but you and Dax you mentioned. So Dax, a former walk-on would-be, got a scholarship, had a tremendous season, 2 great catches that were like top 10 plays. So tell us about some of the other guys as well that you expect to perhaps have an impact, like Keanu Hill or Cody Epps and others?
Yeah, so I think, like you said, Keanu, he's a big body, really solid hands, run good routes. He should be able to step up. He is coming off of a little injury, but he should be able to step up and have a big impact. And then dudes like Cody Epps, who had an outstanding high school career, who's just super talented, pretty highly recruited guy. I know the coaching staff and all of us receivers are really excited to get him on campus and get him going because I know he has a huge ceiling. He has a huge potential. So hopefully we can get him and get into the mix. And then also guys like Chris Jackson, a JUCO transfer. He's been working out with us and he's looking really good. That man's fast. He can burn. So really excited to get him into the mix too. And then just guys returning like Neil Powell, who we didn't have last year.
Yeah.
Just to sort of fill in the role. So I think we have a lot of weapons, and we're gonna be able to use a lot of people.
Certainly, opening the season as the only college football team to play 4 Power Fives in a row is challenging. What excites you about the opportunity to show what BYU can do?
I personally love the schedule, and I love playing tough teams, because it's like every week you have a new challenge. You're never, I mean, you should never look at smaller games as being lesser, but at the same time, it's fun to be able to play those games and get more excited when you're playing big time teams. And so I just really look at it as a challenge for us, and look at it as an opportunity to be able to show how good of a team we actually are and how good of a team we can actually be going into the season.
Well, we are, 10 weeks and 1 day away, which is crazy. So good luck with the workouts. Stay safe, and no product needed in that hair. Don't forget.
Hey, appreciate it.
Gunnar Romney one-on-one with Jarom Jordan on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, you know why, we show how.